Join us on our Grand Alaska Tour. It's an adventure of a lifetime. We have departures going from May to September.
Day 1, your flight will take you directly into Anchorage, where you'll have an opportunity to relax before your Grand Alaska Land Tour begins. Your hotel shuttle will provide you with transfers, or there is an optional meet and greet available.
Bordered by Canada and the icy waters of the North Pacific and Arctic Oceans is the U.S. state of Alaska. The city of Anchorage lies in the mountainous south and is home to around 40% of all Alaskans. Alaska, the Great Land, the Last Frontier, apt names for one of the most extreme places on the planet. This is a land of endless beauty, immense riches, and epic horizons. Purchased from Russia in 1867 for around 2 cents per acre, Alaska is the largest state in the USA and one of history's greatest bargains. At the height of summer, the city of Anchorage basks in an incredible 22 hours of sunlight, with the sun's face barely dipping below the horizon. Alaska's first peoples tell of a great raven who scattered the stars, moon, and sun into the sky. So even when the long winter comes, the sky is never completely dark. A gateway to the surrounding wilderness, Anchorage is a warm and inviting base where you can rest and resupply between outdoor adventures. And you don't have to go far. The city is nestled snugly against the immense Chugach State Park.
Day 2, you'll enjoy an included local city tour of Anchorage, featuring the historic downtown area, Lake Hood, the Alaska Native Heritage Center, and Earthquake Park to learn about the 1964 earthquake. Later, you'll travel south along the scenic Seward Highway to the port town of Whittier. Upon arrival into Whittier, you'll board your marine vessel for a beautiful journey through Prince William Sound to the city of Valdez.
Alaska has more coastline than the rest of the United States combined, some of it the most dramatic in the world. Taking a half or full day glacier and wildlife cruise is the most affordable way to see it. You'll see more marine wildlife than you've probably seen in your life. Harbor seals and sea otters churning up the waters, seabirds swirling above cliffs with their deafening chatter, and 2,000-pound sea lions hauled out on rocks. You may see Dall's porpoise that can cruise as fast as your boat, or humpback or orca whales. Glittering blue icebergs fill the bays, and 13,000-foot snow-capped peaks rise right out from the water's edge. Suddenly, you hear a distant rumbling. You turn just in time to catch one of nature's most dramatic sights. A house-sized block of ice shearing off a tidewater glacier and crashing into the ocean. The waters of coastal Alaska are as pristine as they were 1,000 years ago. Exploring it from the comfort of a glacier and wildlife cruise is an unforgettable way to experience the unchanged call of the wild.
Day 3, you board the motor coach for a journey north to the largest city in the interior, Fairbanks, known to Alaskans as the Golden Heart City. The route takes you along the Wrangell-St. Elias National Park, the largest park in the U.S., and the Trans-Alaska Pipeline.
You'll learn how the gold rush affected Alaska's interior on a sightseeing tour with an included visit to the Museum of the North. Time will be available for shopping, walking, or dining. Then you'll cruise the Chennai River aboard a grand stern-wheeler and travel back to the time when traditional riverboats plied the waterways of Alaska's interior in the 1800s. Tonight, you take in a salmon bait.
Day 5, you ride the motor coach south to Denali National Park. Enjoy an afternoon of exploring this pristine area at your leisure by participating in a complimentary Park Service activity or an optional tour. There are many to choose from, including mild or wild river rafting, flight scene, a jet boat safari, or a visit to an Iditarod Champion award-winning dog kennel. Day 6, you travel deep into Denali National Park on the Tundra Wilderness Tour and search the vast wilderness. This 6 to 8 hour journey is narrated, allowing for insight into the animals, flora, and fauna of this spectacular region. Remember to keep your eye out for bear, moose, or Dall sheep.
Welcome to the Denali, Alaska channel. Whether you have plans to go into Denali National Park or you're just thinking about it, we'd like to share with you some of the things you can expect to see along the way. The route to this unforgettable experience is the 90-mile Denali Park Road. The journey is magical, since private cars aren't allowed past Savage River at mile 14. This first stretch is rich with moose. You can also get out and hike. The Savage Riverside Trail is one of the few developed walking routes inside the park, boasting an explosion of gorgeous wildflowers and the sweet smell of spruce. 70 minutes in, you'll cross the rushing Teklanika, a classic braided river. You'll find some of Denali's best hiking along these river bars. As you climb out of this valley towards Sable Pass, be on the lookout for Dall sheep, grizzlies, and caribou, which are often seen here. Perhaps the most scenic stretch of the park road lies 2.5 hours in, where it claws its way through the rust and chocolate-colored cliffs of Polychrome Pass. On a clear day, Mount McKinley comes into dramatic view as you round Stony Overlook at mile 62. As you approach Wonder Lake, McKinley dominates the landscape like no other mountain on earth. 7 miles away, the park road ends in the settlement of Kantishna, set on the banks of Moose Creek. A century ago, this area buzzed with 2,000 feverish gold seekers who endured any hardship in their quest for instant wealth. Signs of history still remain. But today, Kantishna is best known as an enclave of secluded wilderness lodges tucked deep within Denali. Here you'll find Alaska at its activity-filled best, with naturalist-guided hikes, mountain biking, wildlife sightings, and plenty of time to relax. Some visitors come for the day, but most stay several nights, arriving on transportation provided by each lodge. Denali National Park is like no other on Earth, and few people who visit this magnificent wilderness return unchanged.
Day 7, you transfer to the Denali Rail Depot, where you'll board a deluxe dome rail car for a scenic transfer south to the climbing town of Talkeetna. Watch for a glimpse of Mount Denali or black bears along the banks of the river. You're transferred from the rail station to Anchorage aboard your deluxe motor coach. Tonight, you'll have a included closing night dinner with your fellow travelers to talk about the great memories you've made. Day 8, your Alaska journey comes to an end with a flight out of Anchorage, but your Grand Alaska memories will last a lifetime.